Attention, go!
The first of 81 races on day 3 of Henley Royal Regatta, the Princess Royal. We've got Imogen Grant on the Berkshire station to the left of your picture, and Katerina Maistrenko from Ukraine on the right-hand side. She's had a fiery start to this, and Imogen Grant will be going to keep contact with her. There's the lightweight double Olympic gold medalist from Paris last summer, trying to get some rhythm into the boat, some speed into the boat. And she's made terrific starts in terms of the steering, in terms of the route she goes down. And she's just nudged ahead, you can see there. It's pretty tight though, it could be an absolute cracker in the opener. Imogen Grant moving the boat really well. A very level start to this race. And Julia, you came with a similar pedigree. If you come into a regatta like this with a big international name, and you're suddenly under pressure, aren't you? You're suddenly in a single where you're all on your own and there's no one else to rely on. It's all about you. It is pressure, isn't it?
It is a pressure, but I need to say that single is my favorite boat. I spent in it 9 years. And I'm from Poland, so it's completely different than here. Like, I was single, the only girl in my club and then in the national team, so I need to spend loads of time before we develop the team, the group of the girls. So single was very familiar for me, but yes, it's completely different than what we see most of the days here with the cruise. And in the single, it's only you, and you need to have all the tactic by yourself and to motivate yourself. It's a very special, but not everyone are the fan of this boat.
Yeah, because it's quite lonely at times.
It is lonely. It's very lonely, but what is amazing here is that you are next to the back, so you can hear clearly at least the supporters and your coach at the beginning of the course. So that's good to hear, to have that coach really close to you, yes. Especially Henley, because in the international regatta sometimes the coaches are very far, so you cannot hear them. Yeah,
you're a long way away in 6-lane racing, but here you're within earshot. Maistrenko finding it hard to keep pace with Grant. Temple Island fading into the background, and the Ukrainian has work to do already. Imogen Grant setting a good pace. Now, I spoke to her at the boat tent about an hour ago, and this is her schedule today, Imogen Grant, okay? So she got here at 7 o'clock this morning. At 8 o'clock, she got her boat out the tent and onto the water. At 9 o'clock, right now, she's on the water. First heat of today, Henley Royal Regatta. She's in the Princess Royal Challenge Cup, as we can see here. After this, she jumps into a shower, then she jumps into her car, drives to Slough, Wexham Park Hospital, which is, look, it's only 10 or 15 miles up the road, but congestion and all that. She gets to the hospital, does a day shift, a full day shift as a doctor at Wexham Park Hospital. She then jumps back into her car, gets back here for the last race on the card today at 6:50 in an 8 in the new competition, the new event, Bridge. She's racing Cambridge University against Oxford Brookes University. So that is Imogen Grant's schedule for today. So if you think you've got a busy day, spare a thought for Imogen.
Busy day, and also please remember that the traffic, I hope, will be not this hard for her, or she should have like a special...
That's where it can go wrong.
Yes, that's where it can go wrong. So maybe it will be easy for her to walk or run a warm up that last bit of to get here on time. So fingers crossed for her busy schedule today.
This is the bit she can enjoy. I don't know, Julia, if you ever felt this, maybe as an elite athlete, actually this is your happy place, isn't it? This is your good time when no one can get at you. Whereas when you're on the bank and you've got coaches and people like me wanting to do interviews with you, and family and friends here, and there's a huge number of distractions. Whereas actually, for these athletes now, it's where they can just get on with what they do, isn't it? It's their safe place.
This is a safe place, and again, we can see clearly the other boat, like we see the back of the Ukrainian crew. So Imogen have a clear view where she is, how she can pace it, especially if she have another race today. She wants to save her energy. Yes. So she wants to make sure that that now she just can go on a easier pace and just enjoying.
And we had a chat about Katerina Maistrenko, who's 25 years old now, And you can see her there operating, trying to keep pace with the Olympic gold medalist. And she's got really good pedigree, international rower. Fantastic to see her here, and one of many nations represented today. But Julia, you've come across her in the past. You know all about her.
Yeah, so I know that in 2016 and 2017 she was competing in the Junior World Championships, being fourth, first in the single and then in the Ukrainian quad. Later we can see that she took part in the Olympic Ukrainian 8. So they were taking part in the Head of the Charles Regatta. So definitely she's a part of the Ukrainian team and going around the world and promoting also Ukraine and you know, making representing her country.
Yeah, and it's great to see her here, obviously in the current circumstances, representing Ukraine. Quite a versatile athlete, so has got lots of experience at different sorts of regattas, which is probably what you want, isn't it? Coming into Henley, you need to have had experience across a range of formats. If you come here having just done 6-lane racing, you might find it a bit of a shock.
Yes, and I think maybe she was also inspired to come here by Olena Buriak that came here in 2022 in a double with Agnieszka Kobus-Zawojska. That was a Polish-Ukrainian double. And then loads of Ukrainian girls came over to Henley and loads of pros. So it's great for Ukraine to stay strong and keep coming and representing their country, especially in Henley, where they have an amazing support from the stewards and closure and from everyone who's coming here and support.
And so important for future international rowers, particularly from Ukraine, if they're to come in the future, then seeing her here. So great that we've got Maistrenko on the water. There's a lot of clear water, though, between her and Imogen Grant, who we can see now, who is making it look like a fairly leisurely and controlled performance, this. Just going to get through these last few hundred metres of the race in front of stewards and then get onto the M4, where she might not find it going so easy. But it's a terrific sight, that, isn't it? One of the world's best.
Yes, it's amazing to line up with the Olympic champion in your first race and Henley Royal Regatta.
As the draw happens, and you get that as a draw, are you jumping for joy that you've got the big name against you, or are you thinking... I
definitely will, because you can learn.
Okay.
I definitely will jump over the roof if I could go against the Olympic champion as my first race. First will be hard, but then how much can I learn from this race?
You see, that's what makes you a champion, whereas a lot of people would try and hide away from having to go up against the best this early in the week. They'd rather wait till Saturday or Sunday, get through to the semi-finals or the finals.
Yeah, I was very lucky to go against Nejkova, Kandrzej Hotodovich. I was obviously losing with them by 40 seconds, but at least I was at the start line at the beginning when I was under 23, and it was always amazing to learn from them and also receiving loads of support. So that's what is amazing with the single scullers, that they always support you no matter they win or lose with you, but especially the Olympic champions, they're always going to come and thank you for the race. What are you going to see in a second?
Yeah, so Imogen Grant now drops the rate right down in front of stewards, and she can cross off task 1 on her Thursday to-do list, win at Henley. Next off to the hospital, back for 6:50. So Imogen Grant over the line, wins her race pretty comfortably, but great to see Maistrenko of Ukraine here. And as Julia says, she'll have learned from that experience. So
we can see how Imogen is clapping now for Maistrenko.
Which is nice to see, yeah.
That's really nice to see.
Yeah.
Like what I just mentioned, the support from each other and just saying thank you to each other for the race.
So the Princess Royal Challenge Cup, Imogen Grant through to the next round.